that we're together, but I want to remind you about Monday Madness. Please make sure that you're reading through that newsletter each week. And some of you are probably already doing this because we preach it like crazy. But it wouldn't hurt to create a file folder in your email that houses your Monday Madness email. So as soon as it comes in, I know how busy it is. We all know how crazy and busy it is in the classroom. You have students coming at you constantly, or now you're on Zoom probably, or in Teams, virtual. If you see that email come in, throw it in your folder, and just know that when you have a moment to plan, which I know is not, there's very few of those moments, you can go to that folder and read that email. That's the most important email probably that you will get from us, because we try to put everything in there. That way you're not getting bombarded with tons of emails from our division. We try to put them all together, a week at a time. And there are times that certain emails we feel like need to go out in the meantime, but we do try to put everything in that one newsletter. If for some reason you are unable to find your Monday Madness email, you can go to CTU and look in our BMITE teacher resources. Pamela places each week's newsletter in that location. If you need help getting to those newsletters, or if you don't have a login yet for CTU, if you will put it in the chat, Kathy that's crazy, I got to say her last name. Kathy will be able to help you get set up on CTU maybe later today, or I can do that later today. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. Now, our new teachers are required 5 days of Teacher Academy. In a normal world, a non-COVID world, that would be 3 of those days that you would hang out with us here in Stillwater in July in person. But because of COVID, we hosted 2 of those days virtually in July, and today is the 3rd day. Now I'm speaking to our new teachers that were not able to join us for our first 2 days of BMITE Teacher Academy in July. Just reiterating, you can go to our YouTube channel, search BMITE. You'll find the 2020 New Teacher Academy playlist and watch the 2 days of videos there. We will be sending out the signature form so that you can validate your attendance of BMITE Teacher Academy and your attendance of these 3 days that we have done. Okay, then once you've attended or watched all 3 days of BMITE Teacher Academy, all of you will only have September 15th and September 28th left. Those days,
January 28th, not September.
September 15th, and I even have it written down January 28th. That's how my morning is going. Let me just tell you, the IT cluster lady didn't have a computer working this morning when I got here, so about 20 minutes before we logged in, computer working. So I'm a little bit kooky all the time, just today is extra special. Okay, and at the end of this, we will share links with you guys to register for September 15th. Also, at the end of the day, we're going to share a Survey Monkey with you to ask you about if you would like a mentor. So at the end of the day, make sure that you see in that chat box and get the links that you need. Okay, it is 9:10. We're running a little ahead of time, which is beautiful. Are all of our presenters here, Kathy? I know Crystal's here. Is Meredith and Tammy here?
Not yet.
Christy?
Okay. Yes.
Christy, can we announce again, if some people don't have their chat box open, they're not seeing that they do need to go out and register or sign in this morning. That is our attendance sheet. So yes. I placed that link in there several times. I'm sorry, but I noticed that we were having people trickling in. So I wanted to make sure they had the link to go out there and hit it. There's just 3 questions there. It's a really quick thing. Go out and just make sure that we have you recorded in our attendance sheet, please. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Also, I want to let you know this PowerPoint that I'm using today, I'll talk through a few things. This is all going to be on CTU in the BMITE Teacher Academy folder in the course. That way, if you need to go back and check out any dates or anything that we talked about here, I will have my PowerPoint loaded. I also have, Meredith sent me her files. I will make sure that you have access to everything that we talk about today. So let's talk a little bit. We'll end up talking about this at the end of the day too, but here are some important dates that you want to keep in mind. Maybe jot those on your calendar. September 1st. This is your, let's see, you have about, I may be wrong because I'm off the cuff here, 3 reports that you have to make sure you get in for us. The 412 report is one of those. Is that right, Carrie? 3?
I'm sorry, I was answering a question there. What did you say?
I'm sorry. The reports that they have to do, aren't there just 3? We have SESI, follow-up, and this 412, is that it?
So the 412 is only for high school.
Okay.
So the K-12 don't have to do the 412, but then we have the salary and teaching for K-12. And then we have SESI and follow-up, which is for both tech centers and high schools.
Okay. So the 412 report is just for our K through 12 schools. And that is something that if you weren't here last year in the school year, you know that let's start over. The 412 report is something that probably someone from your administration will have for you. It's just a list of your expenditures from the previous year, and you will send that either in an email, fax, send it by pigeon, that's something that Pamela will get.
And just to clarify too, 412 is the name of the report. And so if you go to your business manager there at your high school and ask them for that report, they pull that out of the system. It's just an automatic report. So if you are currently an unfunded program, you won't have a 412 report. It would only be for the programs that are being funded by us. And so you're giving us a report of how you spent that money that we provided to you. So it's just a way to keep that all straight. And just to clarify, that report is so important because it actually goes to the State Department of Ed and ultimately in the hands of legislators, and they see how the 412 funds are being spent in the career tech programs. And so when we talk with the legislature about your budgets and being able to provide those funds to you, if they see that we're not spending those monies and we're not spending them correctly, it doesn't bode well for us to ask for more to help fund the programs that are unfunded, or to add more programs in. So just as that's such an important report, and it's really important that you're spending those monies correctly. So just wanted to add that in there, Christy.
No, that's great. We have time. That's good. Here are the links for September 2nd for BPA advisors and September 3rd for DECA advisors. Both of those meetings will be held at 3 o'clock. Paxton will be the one hosting those meetings. September 15th, this is the Continuing Teacher Academy registration link. You can register for this there. We will have 4 hours, I believe it's 9 to noon. I don't have that right in front of me right now, but you have about 4 hours where you are with us virtually. There will be an hour of that is just for our division so that we can talk to you about things that are coming up. If you have questions, since you will have been in the classroom then for about almost a month there. Then there will be some virtual training that you'll be able to take advantage of after the fact, and you can do it at your own pace on that day. September 30th, salary and teaching report is due. That's where you tell us everything that you're teaching, and you work with your administration to figure out your salary, and that is everyone. Right, Carrie? Carrie's answering questions.
Sorry, I was answering another question. I'm getting some private questions here. So what was the question, Christy? I'm sorry.
So sorry. Salary and teaching report is for everyone, correct?
No, salary and teaching is only for K-12, and it is due at the end of September. So yeah, it's just listing out what courses you're actually teaching and how many students you have in those courses. and some of your school financial information as far as your contracting goes. So you'll want to go out there and pull up the actual guidance book for salary and teaching, because it will tell you before you get into the system. It'll kind of guide you through what you need to know ahead of time. So part of that is going to your finance. If you've got a copy of your contract, that will help you. But if it doesn't really lay out, your benefits and what your salary scale and all that is, you'll want to go once again to your business manager and get a copy of that information, because you'll need to put it into the system.
Perfect. Thank you. And so I am going to share my screen with you with our Career Tech website. See if I can make this pop up here. Can everyone see the website? Yes, thank you. Okay. This is where you will go to find all of the CTIMS instructions for all of your reports. So if you just go to okcareertech.org, right here it says login. You don't ever have to worry about that. I remember as a teacher, I would get to this website and I would lose my mind. So hopefully you don't have to worry about that. CTIMS right here on the little red bar, click into CTIMS, and it is going to give you the green login button for you to log in. And then if you have trouble logging into CTIMS, these people are right here. Send CTIMS support at careertech.ok.gov. They are fantastic and will respond to you and help you get logged in. If you scroll down the page, this is for our K-12 schools. This is everything you need to know about all of our reports. So for SESI, there's a technical guidebook. Every year, I would open that book up and I would usually print the book out. But there's also a PowerPoint to walk you through step by step. Salary and teaching schedule, once again, there's the guidebook for that one. And the follow-up report. And there you go. So let me take you back to CTU now. We talked about, let me see if I can throw this over here.
Christy, there's still a number that haven't changed their name. So we might remind them that you need to change your name.
Yes.
So that you have Tech Center or K-12 in front of your name.
Thank you. I was not able to see that, so I appreciate that. So if you have not changed your name yet, if you will please do that, so it will help Kathy get you put into your groups. Okay, so let's see here. When you log into CTU, this is the first page you're going to see. So you'll scroll down and you're always going to click on BMITE. There we are. So click on BMITE. And this is where you can go to find just about anything. Here's Teacher Academy. We'll go there because this is where we're going to load all of the information from today. 2020, here's BMITE Academy Day 3 agenda. I will go back to BMITE, and here's our BMITE teacher resources. If you need information on a syllabus or a crosswalk, anything like that, this is where you will find it under curriculum. Now, another important thing that I want to show you, I don't know that it's going to open up here. We're going to try it, but important dates. Does everybody see that? Yes, okay. So here's a list of our important dates. This is something that you could print out, keep on your file cabinet or on your desk, keep it in your calendar, but this will kind of help you keep up with what's due, conference registration, anything like that. Do we have any questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And maybe I see the chat. I see a question for YouTube. If you go to YouTube, search BMITE. BMITE will pull it up. If you type in OK BMITE for some reason, or maybe it needs a space, I've just never been successful with that. Type in BMITE, and it will give you our list of videos. And then you can choose through your playlist there. Do we have any other questions? Teacher Academy on the 15th, that is a continuation of New Teacher Academy. So yes, if you are a brand new teacher and you are attending New Teacher Academy for the first time, you do need to attend the September 15th date and January 28th date. Those will be hosted by some other folks, but we will be there and have our own information session for about an hour. The title of...
Christy, I did, by the way, put that link in registration. Someone asked us to drop that in the chat area.
Thank you.
So I have the September 15th registration information in the chat.
Awesome, thank you. The title of this one will be Day 3. We'll have it'll be part of the playlist, but we'll make sure that all of the sessions say Day 3. What was the site or area to find important dates? That's a good question. If you go to, I can show you again since we have some time. Okay, here it is. If you go to CTU, then you will scroll down here, and these are all the different divisions, all the different things going on at Career Tech. You will click on BMITE, always BMITE. Even when you go into the website for Career Tech, when you want information for our division, you're gonna click on Business Marketing and IT Ed. You'll go here, and there's our teacher resources. And right there is your important dates. Hopefully that helped. Okay, do we have any other questions? Because now I can't see the chat box again. Let's see here.
Christy?
Yes, ma'am.
There have been a couple more. I have to keep saying this. There have been a couple more that have been added. I'm sorry. So for those that have been added since we've started the chat, I will put the link back in there for you to sign up for your attendance today. It's just a quick survey, 3 questions. So we keep that attendance list in our files. So we need you, if you haven't done that, go out and sign in for today's session. So I will add that back in the chat again.
Thank you. I also see some people that have just arrived. If you will please change your name to either Tech with your name or K-12 with your name. That's going to help us put you into different groups. Thank you for that link. Okay, our people here. I know Meredith texted me and said she's trying to get her students situated and she's about to log in.
Yes, she just joined us, but we need to make her a co-host, I think.
Okay. If I can find her.
While everyone is doing that, I'll just say a quick word on the reporting while you guys are getting situated there. You know, we talked about the K-12, but we didn't say a whole lot about the tech centers. And the reason being that the tech centers, you guys are completely different as far as how your reporting is done usually within your schools. So a lot of times there's someone there designated in every school. I don't know of a school where there's not in a tech center, that someone does your enrollment for you. So someone's going to be putting in that SESI information for you, and you're not going to even have to worry about it other than whatever they put in for your enrollment later in the spring. That's what you follow up on. You're actually following up on the previous year's enrollment, not the current year's enrollment. You're wanting to find out where those students are that were enrolled in the program last year. Even though you may not have been there last year, you're going to be the one that's following up. So we'll talk more about that at the next session, but I just wanted to kind of clarify. You kind of get it, you're kind of lucky in that sense, where the high schools, usually they're the ones that's reporting everything, with the exception of maybe some of the bigger schools, and they may do a mass upload of your enrollment information. But for the most part, the high schools and junior highs are having to put in their own information, and the tech centers, the only thing usually that you have to do is the follow-up on the students. So Christy, back to you.
I am going in and I'm helping some people rename themselves so that Kathy will have the information she needs. Is Tammy here? Has Tammy arrived? Well, you're muted. I'm going to unmute you, Carrie. There you go.
So what we can do is go ahead and put them with Meredith, because Meredith, you know, her ideas are going to be good no matter whether you're BMITE or marketing. And then if Tammy comes in, we can go in and pull them and put them over into Tammy's group so she can be more specific. Okay.
Tammy just arrived.
Okay.
Okay, so let me tell you about our groups here. Maybe, if I can find my notes. We are going to put you into 3 groups. You're first going to go into, you're going to have a tech center BMITE group, and you're going to be with Crystal Miller from Northeast Technology Center. Then you're going to be with the K-12 BMITE program with Meredith Simmerly. She is from Chelsea High School. And our marketing programs are going to go with Tammy Graves. And Tammy, please accept my apology. Oh, she's from Putnam City West. I did have that information. This is our favorite day of New Teacher Academy, just because this is the time when you actually get to talk to the teachers that have been through it, that have been through this. Meredith and I actually went through New Teacher together. So she and I are BFFs from New Teacher Academy. And that's the only sad part that I hate for you, is that you're not in person getting to know the people that you're learning with, because Meredith would probably still be one of my BFFs, because I think we're both just a tad bit on the goofy side. But I want you to reach out, get to know the people that are in your group, get names, make contacts. This is how you're going to be successful when you're stressed out. I'm telling you, when I was stressed out, Meredith would be one of the first people I emailed. So we're going to go ahead and put you in your groups. When you're done, the groups will end group sessions will end at 11:30. We'll give you a 5-minute warning, and then you will go to lunch. Now, those of you that attended day 1 and day 2, you remember we had you keep your cameras on or keep your Zoom link going during lunch. We're going to do it different this time. So during lunch, completely log out of Zoom, and then at 12 o'clock, come back in. We'll have the Zoom link open about 11:45 and have some music playing so that you can come in and join the group, you know, as soon as between 11:45 and noon. So once you're finished at 11:30, you're going to log out, have lunch, and then come back and join us at noon. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. Are you ready for us, Kathy? Are you ready to throw us into our groups?
I just got everyone ready. I'm opening the rooms now. Okay, did you get your invites?
Yes.
Okay.